2016 was one of the worst years that I had in my life, and it was also one of the best years I had in my life. I want you to be able to do that as well. Have one of the worst periods in your life and have one of the best periods of your life all in the same 12 months. Well, actually, let me be a little bit clear. I don't want you to have the bad times, but when you have the bad times, I want you to be able to navigate through them. So let me give you what I mean. I start off January, just after I set big goals. I start off January with my mom getting really sick from cancer, which eventually led to her death in May. Now that meant that between January to May, I was working constantly on the road, off-site, away from office, working in hotel rooms, just trying to make that work. My mom passes, end up dealing with that. That took me out for a while. Come back home, shortly after being home, I tear the bone, the bicep off my bone. So I end up having to go through surgery. What a nightmare. Get that repaired, things start to calm down, right? We buy a new home, we move into it. My dad has a heart attack, and it's just now December 12th. So all of this craziness, you know what that's like. Getting in a new home, your family member having a heart attack, your mom dying of cancer, your daughter starting school. All of this craziness could cause for an amazingly disastrous year. Yet, at the same time, it was one of the best years I've ever had. And one of the reasons why it was so good was that at the beginning of the year, and a little bit earlier in December, but then in January, before my mom got sick, I started going through Micheal Hyatt's 5 days to the best year of your life. I wanted to have that. So I took his advice. It was very simple. It was easy. It was so easy that there were times where I'm going, that's it? Is it that simple? Is it that little work? But it works. I set goals. Here's one of the goals there. I don't know if you guys can see that. These were some of my online goals. And that was in part of why I was able to have one of the best years that I set these goals. And even while I was going through the midst of all that chaos, I could look at those goals and just ask myself the question, are we on track? And I could do little minor adjustments to focus on the important things, because that's what happens to us in life a lot of times, is we do all the other stuff that doesn't really turn the dial, but it keeps us busy, as opposed to just doing the stuff that turns the dial. It probably doesn't take that much time. So I had one of the best years of my life. I got to spend a lot of time with my family. I had one of my plans to spend time with my mom. I got to spend a lot of time with my mom. I had it planned. I would have done it even if I didn't have it planned. I paid off a lot of debt. I made a lot of money. Importantly, I helped a lot of other people make a lot of money, my team members and my clients. I spent a lot of time getting healthy again, healing spiritually, healing physically. And I'm going to repeat this process. I'm going to go through this best year ever in 2017. I'm going to go through Micheal's new version of it. I want to invite you to do it. It's a small investment. Literally, you would think it would be thousands and thousands of bucks. It's not. It's a few $100s. You can pick your option, but it's totally worth it. It's so worth it that if you buy it and it doesn't work for you, Micheal will give you your money back. If you can't get the money back from Micheal, I'll give you your money back. So you have a double protection policy here. Micheal will give it back, but if he won't, then I'll give it back to you. You got no way to lose, because Micheal will give it back to you. But I'll give it back to you anyway if he doesn't. It's worth it. I want you to have the best year that you can have in 2017. So if you're a client, guys, you need to invest in this. If you are just someone who's following us on Facebook, if you just read our emails or blog posts, if you've never invested in anything for yourself, invest in this. It's going to help you physically, it's going to help you mentally, it's going to help you spiritually, it's going to help you financially. It's totally worth it. I really, truly stand behind this. There are very few things that I go out and endorse. I'm getting a little bit of commission money, but guys, it's peanuts compared to what I make. I'm not doing it for the peanuts. I'm doing it for you, because you need to make an investment to make a change in your life. This is Todd with Service Excellence Training, officially endorsing Micheal Hyatt's 2017 5 Days the Best Year of Your Life Ever, because I know it's going to help you turn learning into earning.